How can you avoid analysis paralysis in your trading? Let's talk about that and more right now. Hi Forex traders, Andrew Mitchem here, the Forex trading coach, and this is video and podcast number 195. And in today's video and podcast, I'm going to be talking about analysis paralysis. It's a big problem that affects so many Forex traders, and it doesn't really matter whether you're new or more experienced. It just affects people across the whole spectrum of Forex trading. The problem is there is so much information out there regarding trading. The Forex market's so big. You get things like this. You get cell phones. You can't get away from market analysis, Twitter feeds, CNBC with lines scrolling everywhere, latest updates, news announcements. There's experts giving their opinion. You get fundamental opinions. You get economists. You get technical opinions with lines and charts and graphs and different time frames. It goes on and on and on, and people get extremely confused. You then get the problem when you get the vast majority of forum sites with people with different opinions and different techniques, all giving different opinions at the same time. And so again, it becomes complete information overload, and it's a big problem. So how do you avoid that? Well, firstly, you need to become your own independent trader. You need to be able to think for yourself and make a decision for yourself, because it's a thing that I believe that in society in general, we're becoming worse and worse at that. People have no ability to be able to make their own decision or do what they think. It's like we have that herd mentality where we feel in society, in order to fit in, we have to do what everybody else does and we have to sort of copy other people. But in trading, that's not always a good thing. You see, outside of trading, two of the things I love are flying a helicopter and karate. And in both of those, you have to be able to make your own decisions, your own informed decisions, think quickly, react, and back yourself, really. You need a lot of training and knowledge and education to get to that level. Of course you do. But once you have that training and knowledge and education, you've got to keep refining it, you have to keep practicing it. But you also have to have that spontaneous back yourself, make that instant decision when things either don't go wrong or things go unexpected. You have to have that ability to see something and make a call, a judgment call on that right now. And trading really is not a lot different. The way I like to trade is I like to see a trade, take a trade. You see, the market's either going to go up, it's going to go down, or it's going to go sideways. It's not going to do anything else really when you bring it down to the absolute basics. And so the problem is when you start taking on different news feeds, different opinions, you do get that analysis paralysis. It's this information overwhelm, and you don't know what to do. People will get stuck because they go, on a daily chart, Andrew, the Australian US dollar is going up, but on a 4-hour chart it's going down, and on a 15-minute chart it's going up, and on a 5-minute chart it's going down. What do I do? And people get confused. So the way that I like to trade personally is I much prefer the longer time frame charts. That's not to say the shorter time frame charts don't work with my strategy. They work extremely well. In fact, last night I was holding a webinar, and some people trading 15-minute charts had made 14% in the last 2 weeks. But personally for me, I know what works for me the best, and it fits in with everything else that I do. And so the longer time frame charts with candle patterns, candle shapes, support and resistance levels, I can basically look at a chart fairly quickly and I can say, yes, there's a technical trade set up here, or no, there's not. Yes, it's a continuation pattern or it's a reversal pattern. Does it have my overall longer term strength or weakness bias with it? Yes or no? And therefore you very quickly develop an understanding, an ability to look at a chart, see the trade, take the trade. And you have to be able to do that. And when you get to that type of rhythm within your trading, you then have to have the confidence in the system and the strategy to be able to see that, see the trade, take the trade. And if the trade works out in your favor, fantastic. If it doesn't, that's not the end of the world. You still, at the time, saw what you thought was a great looking trade. You have to have the ability to back yourself and see what you think at the time and back that up and see the trade, take the trade. And if the trade works out, then fantastic. If it doesn't, too bad. It's not the end of the world, because not all perfect trade setups will result in a profitable trade. It's just a part of trading, and you have to understand that and accept that. But basically it comes down to having a simplistic approach to trading, see what's on the chart, have that ability to make a decision and back yourself and back your strategy. If you do that, you'll find that your trading becomes far more enjoyable. There'll be a lot less clutter going on. You'll be able to make clear decisions, and you get away from relying on other things like news feeds and what other people say. That's, in my opinion, is the way to declutter your charts, declutter your trading, and become an independent, profitable trader. One last thing, below this video, I've got a link to my #1 candle strategy. If you'd like to get that for free, click on the link below this, and it'll really help you with looking for candle patterns and adding some strength and weakness and round numbers, etc. into your trading. Getting some great feedback from the people, the thousands of people who have downloaded that strategy for free over the last month or so. And if you'd like to join in, click on the link below and you can get in for absolutely no charge whatsoever. This is Andrew Mitchem, the Forex Trading Coach.